Let's see, how do I put this? So throughout these previous 6 episodes, I've mostly been recording while I'm doing things, which is pretty cool. I think it's nice to start like that. Um, but I'm at the point here where it's it's a lot of footage to go through. Some of these clips are like right here. This is an hour, 1 hour, 9 minutes of footage. Here we have another one that's 1 hour, 42 minutes. It's mostly to show while I'm working, but I'm gonna start doing a different style here where I'll be recording in between bits of work and progress. This prelude is basically saying the editing style is going to change from this point about like probably 3/4 through the video onwards. It'll be easier to edit, and the content should actually be more digestible too. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, here we are. This is episode 7. I believe it's episode 7. Our save here for Space Age is now just at 24 hours and 54 minutes. Just over a day of playtime. We now have space science. Space science being built. Pretty clean setup. It only uses one asteroid collector. Pretty cool. These wires are set up to ask for asteroids once they reach a certain number. You see, this is only asking for carbon and ice, and it has enough iron in this little carousel. Yeah, it looks like ice is the only thing really running low. So yeah. We have space science though. Maybe I should make a buffer. Eventually I'll make a buffer once this gets filled up. So I kind of went to space a little early. I think most of these components they're kind of expensive. Like cargo bay, I guess you don't need to make too many of those. These crushers though. Steel plates, electronic engines or electric engines. Really, I have most of this stuff except for electric engines. So my plan was to kind of consolidate a lot of this smelting. It's not as like all over the place. I want to build a bunch, but these cliffs can get in the way. Maybe we'll search cliff explosives. These take metallurgic science, which is from Volcanus. Really, it's gonna take that long. Okay, I guess we just gotta avoid the cliffs. We can probably build a bunch of smelters right here. I'm just placing some solar panels here. I just want to make like a bunch of solar panels because when I take apart all these, we're gonna need a lot of power and bots. I'm sure I'm fine on power though. Actually, not that set. Using 33 megawatts of power, mostly in these assembler machines. I should probably fill these up with efficiency modules. This is interesting. I have two completely different oil processing setups. I might want to consolidate those too. Basically the plan for this session is to clean up everything. And then next will be the orange and purple sciences. Production science and utility science. Oh, what is that? Research space science. Cool. Here we go. We got a logistics system. So this logistics system allows for some new chests. These are pretty cool chests. I'm not sure what the provider actually does. It's just, I guess, it always sends its content out. It just sends it somewhere else. This is active provider, and then the passive provider just kind of holds stuff. That's what I have on the mall. These are all passive provider chests. So that when something is requested, the robots can take from them. What I'm excited about is the green and blue chests. The blue chest is a requester chest. So now I can place one of these blue chests at like an outpost, for instance, and request ammo. And we can always have ammo be sent. Now I don't have to use the train as much. The trains can be used for other things instead of dropping off ammo, because the ammo isn't really needed that often. Like, robots can do the work to drop off the ammo. So yeah, that's one thing I was excited about. This requester chest. And the buffer chest is kind of similar. You can place a buffer chest, and it's like the requester chest. But I think the requester chest really wants to keep everything. Like, it won't let go of anything it's requesting. Whereas the buffer chest will. The buffer chest will be able to ask for things like the requester chest, but it also is capable of giving things away. Those are two pretty decent upgrades. I can make a logistic train system later. I just want to clean up everything. Okay, looks like the space science is finally buffering up. I'm gonna put a chest here. Something like that. Yeah. These belts are long enough. The blue science is pretty much already buffered, and I've never really had to buffer the red and green. Alright, so I kind of took a little break. I played some World of Warcraft yesterday. We were in Scarlet Monastery. Yeah, we did the full run at around like level 37 with one level 41. But yeah, that was fun. What I wanted to do here, these radars are taking up like a pretty significant amount of power. So I went ahead and found out how to like make a deconstruction planer here. And I've put radar on the filter. So now I'm going to go into map view and just deconstruct the radars. Wait a minute. Is there a radar in this blueprint? Okay, no, there's not, which is good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and deconstruct all the radars that are around roboports. So this is filtered such that I can pretty much just hover over everything and deconstruct the radars. There's one radar here I'm going to keep, and also the radar over here. Yeah, so our consumption went from almost 5 to now 3. Hopefully it'll go down further. Our total consumption is around 20 megawatts. Okay. Cool. Wow. Our base is looking stranger. There's a background pattern that's about to emerge. Okay, last time I left off on the train station here. I think I gotta rotate these copper things. It'd be a lot cleaner if they went out horizontally instead of vertically. Do these have a blueprint? Yeah, I made one yesterday. Okay, cool. I should find a path through this that the trains can take to get to this station. Yeah, it would be best if the trains could make it through this area. I'm just gonna put a rail chain signal at every point before an intersection. Except for right here, one can't fit there. Okay. And then after the intersection is a regular signal. I only had to place one regular signal. So looks decent, except for right here. There's a bit more yellow than I would like. Oh, add one right there. But I think that should fix this one, like blinking out of control. Yeah. Okay. That looks good. So we got that side sorted. Now just for this. Okay. There's our exit. Alright. So our current trains should be able to get over here now. This is our smelting blueprint for a full red belt. I think I'm going to set it right here. This is conveniently set up to it's like just about as wide as one smelter setup. So I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do iron on one side and then steel on the other. That is a lot. Wow. We're missing construction robots. Alright, what is producing here? Maybe I should make more robots. I think I'm also... Yeah, I'm just doing logistics. I need to make this construction. Yeah, we have 1,000 logistics and only 400 construction. I need these robot frames automated. Because there's only one being produced at a time, and it's being produced really slow. So we went from about 20 megs total to 40 megs building this project. Our roboports went from 5 to about 20 average. We're quadrupling the amount of work our robots are doing. Look at that. Holy crap. Yeah, maybe I should have made some buffers. But honestly, it wouldn't have changed anything because I wouldn't have requested this until later. I'd like to move these copper smelting arrays over here. Yeah, it's a lot of robots. Alright, so when all is said and done, there should be 2 lines of steel here and 2 lines of plates. Actually, this steel is like 5 to 1. I believe it takes, yeah, it takes 5 iron plates for 1 steel plate. I'm pretty sure this second red line is not necessary. It's 1/5 as much. It's gonna be 2/5, almost half of a red belt. So I actually should be able to make this like just one yellow belt, a tier 1 belt. But I'll keep it as red for now. Or not for now, indefinitely. Because red is faster. Here we go. It's rolling. Let's check production. Let's see if production went up on Oh, I gotta check the statistics here. Yeah, iron plate. Nice. Zoop. Went way up. And there's our iron plate belt. And the steel belt. As this buffer fills up, the steel should, oh, look at how fast it's filling. There we go. Now the steel is going to be full producing. Beautiful. Okay. Time to remove the old smelter. This is a full belt smelter. It's a bit sad to see this go. The original base, we're finally removing parts of it. but I have video memory of it. Okay, I actually need to make sure I have enough iron. Because I need to get this iron all the way over to the mall. Holy moly. These logistics? Yeah. What's the energy looking like? It's a lot. Okay. I'm not sure what to do next. Alright. I hope all this chaos organizes itself. Or I should say, I hope I've placed these properly. Okay. We've waited a minute. I kind of manually took out most of the furnaces since they were carrying a lot of metal, and now I can utilize the logistic spots also. But yeah, this is all from the furnaces. So we have basically the smelting stuff is gone now. Pretty cool. All cleaned up. And what's interesting is these conveyor belts seem to be filling in randomly. An interesting pattern. Random pattern. Seemingly random. I don't know, maybe it has logic to it. Now, next thing to clean up will be these, but I actually kind of want to make a bunch of construction bots before then, because this took like way too long. Also, what is this? Like, what are we doing here? Really? No, I don't think I have combinators automated. I'm gonna combine the circuit and copper. Okay, combinators. Need cable and circuit. All this stuff, cable and circuit. So this is going to be cable. This will be arithmetic, and this will be decider combinator. Alright, there's our combinators. Cool. I can make another one for whatchamacallit. A constant combinator. Alright. So, I've done quite a bit of work on my base in the meantime, and also I did some math here, some logistics for the, well, this is the production science, but I also did it for the logistics science as well. So just going over these numbers, this right here is the production science pack. It takes rails, furnaces, and productivity modules, and to hit the target of 1 per second, since this takes 21 seconds to craft and it produces 3, then I need 21 divided by 3, or 7 of these machines to produce 1 per second. So yeah, that's these red numbers here are all the number of machines I need to get these rolling. So with 7 production science packs and 21 seconds crafting time, I basically the ratio here is 7 divided by 21 times whatever, like 30 rails. It'd be 7 over 21, which is 1/3, times the 30 rails. So I would need 10 rails per second. So that's what it says right here, 10 rails per second. And then I basically just calculated that with all these other parts. So 2 rails takes half a second, so that's 4 rails per second. I'll need 2.5 machines. And yeah, I just calculated all these numbers out. We found 7 science, 2.5 rails, 1.7 electric furnaces, 5 productivity modules, 18 advanced circuits, and I managed to fit all this into this area here. I actually have some extra rails. I only need 3 instead of 2.5. Everything else here matches. So we have 5 productivity modules, and those are right there. 1.7 furnaces. We got 18 advanced circuits, 4 electronic circuits, and 9 cable machines. So yeah, that's all that's required to hit that 1 science per second number. Even though our machines here, the crafting speed is only 0.75. So, yeah. I'm using this space that there basically used to be a bunch of smelters here. Now instead the smelters are over here. I guess I never moved the copper. I just added some extra stations here for oil and coal. Yeah, I don't know if I explained this earlier, but I added a balancer here as well. And what that does is it keeps all these chests at a relatively equal level. So it takes, there's one circuit that connects all these chests, and there's 12 chests total. Then it goes into an arithmetic combinator that divides by -12. And that circuit gets taken to all these arms, and each arm is connected to its respective chest. So there's -12, this is 1/12 of the total, so the total here is 20,000 about, or 19,000 I guess. So that's -1.5, 1.6k. That gets sent to each of these. And you can see on the right there, there's 1.5 to 1.6k in these chests. So the condition here is that this signal is greater than or equal to 0, and the arm will turn on. So what that essentially does is, if any given chest is greater than or equal to the total, the average, then it will unload. So I actually didn't, I put this kind of in a not good spot, and it ended up like making these, it added supply to this north side, and the south side was emptying out way faster. So with this balancer, the levels in these chests were kept equal. Yeah, but I should actually change this right now. There's a better way to do this. Okay, that's good. So this will, hopefully, this won't cause problems. It was causing problems when it was up here, and same thing with this. I'm gonna need to fix this one as well. Basically on the lower half of this belt is where the copper is gonna be placed by the inserter. So I believe I should have this do that, basically, to split the sides. Right side and left side. Okay, and we request 1,000 copper ore. Just gonna add another balancer here. I should put filters in also, like, just to make sure if anything ever gets deposited here. Yeah, I'll do this. I'll use a filter. There. Now these, if any train accidentally comes into the station, these will only pull iron ore. I won't have any disasters happening. Okay, so besides that, we have a system here for the trains. You can see all these trains are sleeping, basically. So the way I have this system set up is these trains. Right now, I have a specific amount. So there's 3 copper trains and 3 iron trains. And this train stop, this is set up so I can add another train stop with the same name that requests trains. So this is set to a train limit of 1. And the way these stops work is there's copper depot, buffer, copper ore, and another buffer. So what these trains do is they stop at the depot and they'll just wait here until a station requests them. So they're basically waiting with full inventory until requested. And once requested, they'll come over here, drop off all their cargo, and then stop at one of these stations. And then they'll wait here until a pickup opens up. So right here, this train stop is called Copper Ore, but it's the second one of this name. So, yeah, I wonder if I can search this. I should be able to. Maybe trains, stations, Copper Ore. So yeah, here we go. There's 2 different stations named Copper Ore. This is the one way up north. So these are both empty right now, and they have a train limit. Oh, this one's in. Oh, this is the ammo train. This is the copper train. They both have a train limit of 1. So right now we're all good. They're kind of just idling. I don't have enough smelting to really run through all the copper, which is good. So that's how this system works. These trains load up at the ore station, and they come over here and kind of just idle while they're full of ore. And then when called upon, they will unload at a station. That's about it. That's how the iron goes too. You can see it going through right now. Basically, there's a big buffer here for all the trains. I've made this tileable so it can go like infinitely out, basically. I'll just have to cover this up. And from here, this is not like a travel area. This is just for the trains that are going through the buffer. But this isn't like a highway area. This is only for trains that are stopping at stations. So yeah, that's basically it. So this train actually just stopped. Well, it didn't really stop. It has no wait condition, but it's programmed to stop here if there are no pickup spots available. So yeah, our purple science is getting buffered up here. What else? Is there anything else? I think that's about it. Yeah. On to these designs. Our total production here is 2 belts. Simplest explanation is there's 2 belts of smelting right here. That's it. Basically, my output here is 12 steel or 60 iron. And for the copper, I just have 60 copper out. 2 red belts. 60 copper in, 60 copper out. But where's my notepad? These are the timestamps for this video. I'm like mid-edit. And I'm finally working on the finally at the point where I'm doing the new system of just playing the game and then recording later. So I don't have hours of footage. Basically, I went through and I got all the numbers for the iron needed. And I'm multiplying the steel, so every steel I multiply by 5 here. The 3 steel for the yellow science per second is equal to 15 iron plates. So I went through, added it all up, and it turns out I need 115, basically 115 iron and 80 copper. 115 iron and 80 copper to sustain 1 science per second in all the different sciences, which is what I've designed for. So if I don't want things running out or like backing up, then I should add some production here. So I'll need 115 iron and 80 copper. As I explained here, this is only 16 or 60 iron. So I'll basically need double this amount. And scaling this should actually be pretty easy. All I need to do is make another station. I can just copy and paste this. I can just copy and paste all this. I just need to find an empty spot for it. And then same thing with copper. All I need to do is double these and it'll be able to handle everything. Anything else? Is there anything else I need to mention? I don't think so. That's about it. There's one thing I was a bit bummed about was there's an achievement called like Rush to Space, and it's research a tech using another planet's science before unlocking production or utility science. And unfortunately, I didn't really look through all the achievements to make sure, you know, I was doing everything I wanted to do, achievement wise. So I just went ahead and unlocked the production science, and I don't have any save file from before then. Like the autosaves only go back like 15 minutes, and that's not enough to go back to before I research the science. I don't have any branch saves here. So I would basically have to restart to get that achievement. So I'm just not going to do that for now. Same thing with, there is no spoon. Launched a rocket to space within 8 hours. That's That's another achievement I'd like to have, but I don't want to put in the... I've never actually tried for it, but imagine you try to do this and then you don't get there until like 10 hours. I don't know. It'd be rough to miss out on that and then have to try again. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip those achievements for now and yeah, just go to space. But if I were going for the achievement, I would have, because I actually looked at cliff explosives earlier in this video, and it does not require the logistics or utility science packs. So this would be a nice one to get because cliff explosives are very useful on novice here. So if I were to get that achievement, I would do it through this, what do you call it? Train of science? Through this tech tree. The path through the tech tree. It is wild how many advanced circuits are needed for this science, though. They're all being used up. Getting some big spitters now. Oh, and big biters. 375 health. 8% physical resistance. Oh, here's the attack. They're going out. Handled. Okay. Alright, bet. So it looks like artillery comes from Volcanus science. It's a lot. It's very expensive. So I think my path of action, my plan of action is, there's a bunch of science here, like projectile damage, laser weapon damage, military 4, these destroyer bots. These all take yellow science. What are these called? Utility science. And that's going to take more resources. So I think my plan of action is going to be to get over these iron nodes. So I'm at 75. I need something like 195. So essentially I need like 60 more drills on 2 more patches. So that should be attainable with this patch here and this patch here. And I think I have all the copper mining I need, actually. Let's see. We have 61 drills there. And 83 drills there. So 60 plus 80 is what, 140? Times 0.5 times 1.2. I could have multiplied by 0.6. That's how much copper per second I'm getting, 84, and I need 80.5. So this will be barely more than what all the science requires. Alright, so the copper's fine. Plan next time is to drill out these iron, and then I guess we'll make, we'll probably make the science right around here, the yellow science. So I've kind of been wanting to play Terraria recently. I'm not sure why. It's just one of those games that's got good vibes. So I'll be playing a bit of this. Then I got other work stuff to do. Still trying to plan the move to Los Angeles, looking for places to rent and stuff like that. So yeah. All right. I better just finish this out and edit the video, upload, all that good stuff. Play Terraria in the meantime. Peace out. Thanks. If you're watching, thank you. This is awesome. It's awesome that you're watching. Thanks. I appreciate it a lot. Whoever's there on the other end, I appreciate you. And I hope you learned something from from me fooling around on Factorio. Yeah. Thanks.